Okay, hello everybody. So the first 6 videos of my new channel will have this little disclaimer on it. I've had to take the first 6 videos down because it was considered a copyright infringement, even though the videos are my copyright. I took the videos from my original channel and moved them over to my new houseboat channel. In order to do that, according to YouTube's policies, rules, and regulations, I have to edit it and change it up a little bit from the original video. So you may have already seen this video. I apologize. I just got to play with their rules. So I've had to take it down, re-edit the video just a little bit, and then repost it so it's considered unique. After that, everything should go smoothly and the channel will continue as normal. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy these videos and bear with me through the growing pains. Alright, bye-bye. Alright, on board the Oasis. As some of you guys may remember, the houseboat was decorated with kind of this crafty looking type decor. I'm not a big fan of it, so I've already went ahead and removed it. I'll show you guys a picture of what the houseboat looked like on the interior before I started the remodel project, so you kind of have an idea of where the baseline is. The cushions, previous owner wrapped the cushions with the absolute most cheapest material known to mankind. It didn't take but just sitting on it a few times, and the material's literally just pulling up. I mean, look at that. It's just tearing like super easy. It's absolute garbage. So I went with a much nicer material, far more expensive material, and my sister's going to help me with the Pfaff sewing machine, and we're going to reupholster these seats. The curtain decor and pillows was this tropical scene. I'm doing away with that. The panels that I'm going to put on the wall are these right here. You guys may cringe at this, but I'm decorating the houseboat buying almost everything from TEMU. I can't believe it, but that's what I'm doing. But look at this. This panel is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I took the anchors off of the wall, and this is what I did with the wall. Look at that. So I took the speakers off. They were white. Painted them a kind of a bronzy gold. Did the same thing with the lights. I've already removed all the lights off of the ceiling. Down through there. I've got this, still have to remove the TV. I am going to leave the arched roof with the natural wood exactly as it is. I absolutely love that. I am going to do the center section right down through here. I'm going to do that with the same panels right there. And I just got another box of these panels in from TEMU the other day. So it's ready to go. These are going to go bye-bye. I'm going more of a Victorian look that has a little bit of an edgy steampunk look to it. So we're talking the gears, clocks, gears, stuff of that nature. I got this pillow here, which I think is kind of neat. Octopus pillow. More gears. The kitchen, unfortunately, TEMU was out of the exact material I wanted to use. It was a fish scale material that was a real pretty blue. I was going to do that in the galley and also in the bathroom, in the head. But I have some pretty neat fixtures that are going to go in that area also. That's where I'm at right now. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that TV. I need to sand this. It's very smooth and slick. I need it roughed up a little bit and then wipe it down with mineral spirits so the liquid nails will adhere to the wood and I can put the panels on the ceiling without them releasing or anything like that. Alright, TV's down. Not sure what I want to do with that. Still debating. Got a couple of holes I have to cut in the panel. Power access, speaker, and I may cut an oval slot for this. I'm not real sure. Still got to do some thinking on that. Since I'm going to be sanding in here, I think I'm going to go ahead and take these cushions, take them into the house. I've got to remove all the material anyhow off of these cushions so I can reupholster them. So I might as well move them into the house now. Well, I was fighting this so much I forgot I was supposed to film. So the first panel is up with 3 1/4 inch strips on both sides. Biggest problem I had was the center was wanting to sag. This is put up with liquid nails, and luckily I have every tool known to mankind since Egyptian times. So I got a big extension paint roller. Then I had a mudding palette for putting texture on walls. Using them together, they were absolutely perfect. So it pushes that center up against the wood, and once that liquid nails cures, then this will be rock solid up against that wood. But in the meantime, I have to put some pressure on there so it doesn't sag while that adhesive is soft. Bad thing is, that means that this is going to be slow go. So I've got to let that cure for hours and hours before I can take that down, and then I can move on to the next pallet. So in the meantime, I'm just cutting strips right now so I can be ready to go whenever the next section is ready to be put up on the ceiling. Just took some measurements and got my wires down. So that's, I don't want to be pulling on that. So anyways, got my wires down through the panel there, and that's going to be a light fixture that'll go back in there. It's looking pretty darn good. So I got a little bit of daylight left, so I'm going to continue cutting some side strips off of the main panels, and I will probably see you guys tomorrow. Okay, we're into the next day. I had to run up to the dive shop and finish my practical on getting nitrox certification, so wasn't able to work on this. Good news is though, I got my nitrox certification. Yes. Yeah, there we go. No sagging there. A little bit of a dry spot there, unfortunately. But center's holding, but that'll keep this right here where it needs to be. So we're good. I can go ahead and take the tape off the edges and then get ready to go to the next piece. I'll take that for a win. Okay, I'm just marking where the tile's going to end so I can put the adhesive on there. Okay, that's the last of that. We'll grab me another tube. This stuff is looser and it's trying to fall. Well, this stuff is a lot looser. Damnation. Stuff just keeps on dripping. Alright. I gotta get these panels up. Otherwise I'm gonna have a hellish mess. That's freaking ridiculous. Wrong side. Well, this stuff ain't gonna let up. Alright, big panel now. Now I'm gonna get that stuff to stop. It's really warm today. And of course the heat goes to the top. Alright, hopefully that'll hold long enough for me to get my telescope pole. Oh, you... So close. Okay, then we do it like this. Got a little cleanup to do now. Oh boy, that did not go as planned. Come on, slide, you sucker. There we go. Well, certainly got the adhesive smeared around. It'll look good when it's done, but it's a battle. soon as that dries, then I'll put tape along the edges. Might give me another pull out here with a board so I can help push this back up where it belongs. So it obviously isn't fully cured. That bites at a whole nother level. But I'll get it figured out. Some might call it jerry-rigged. You'd be correct. But you know what? It's working. So we're gonna roll with it. That's gonna look good once it cures. Heck yeah, but it's gotta cure. I thought overnight would do it, but apparently not. But that's okay. I got time on my side. I'm retired. I may go ahead and do these pieces right here. The narrow pieces seem to stick just fine without any issues. All right, this strip is a little wider than the others, so I'm just going to do one at a time, just in case things go completely sideways. You know what? I think I'm going to apply it to the ceiling panels. See if things go a little better that way. And I can see exactly where the panels are going to make contact with the wood, so that's good. That might have been the best way to do that. And I won't have it dripping on my head either. That's 2 wins. Looks good so far. I have a little excess to wipe off of there, and then I'll tape it. Think that'll work. Now I'll measure for the other side. Okay, it's been 2 days. I'm going to go ahead and pull the tape off and the bracing and all that good stuff. See what I got, and then hopefully I can move on to another panel. That wire stripped, so now I can remount this back. And at least I'll have one light installed. Alright, there's that. Make sure my wires are tucked into that little compartment. There we go. Now all I have to do is get the screws over here, get this mounted back up in place. That actually went way smoother than I was expecting. Voila. Alright, progress. Okay, let's see how messy this is going to get. Not too bad. It bound up a little bit and gave me a little bit of trouble, but really not bad at all. Now I've got some adhesive excess to clean off. I'll finish pushing down the edges, getting that adhesive to come out, spread out as much as it's going to. Then I'll wipe it down. After it cures in a couple of days, I'll come back in here and trim out this little spot right here. That way I can put the speaker back in place. Alright, what I'm doing is I'm measuring for the side pieces. There's a little bit more waste in this than what I would like, but it is what it is. This high relief, all I can do is kind of hit the high spots. Looks pretty good. Now what I'll do is I'll dry fit a whole piece and make sure that my trim pieces are cut properly and this high relief doesn't bump the edges of the whole piece. that went surprisingly well. All right, I'll wipe the excess off, and just like the other panels, tape up everything, connect them together with the tape, and then it needs to set for about 2 days. And that panel should be good. All right, there we go. Got those 2 panels up and the side pieces. All I lack is this little mess right in here where the TV, speaker, and auxiliary power come through the ceiling. So I've got 1 1/3 panels left for the ceiling. These panels right here, they need to cure for about 48 hours before I start taking down the bracing. So I got a little bit of time. Alright, now I'm ready for the full sheet, but obviously need to make some measurements before I tackle it and stick it up there. Alright, so I've got all the adhesive on all the high points on here. I got 2 holes cut in the panel where the holes are going to be in the ceiling. I can already tell this is just going to be a hot daggum mess. I'm going to have adhesive smeared everywhere, and I got to deal with this cable. So anyways, here I go. Okay. Okay, I'll tape this out. Well, first I'll wipe off the excess adhesive. I'll tape it. I'll probably have to take this down and I'll start carving out where the access panels are. Hope like heck it all fits. I think it's going to work though. Looks pretty good. Get all the side panels lined up also. Just some touch-up work now. Alright, last of the ceiling panels are installed back in there. Can't see them, but they're installed. That's the main thing. Got the speakers, lights reinstalled, and obviously the TV is up and running. Alright, good deal. So here we go. Alright, so all I lack is trimming out this piece right here. I've got a skylight in here, and it just needs a U-shape cut out of it. So I'll just follow the razor blade right along this trim board here. And that's all I lack, and the ceiling will be done. So sometime today I'm supposed to get the welting in, or the piping in, whatever you want to call it, for the cushions, for the boat cushions. If the welting does come in, then my sister will be up here this weekend, and we're going to disassemble the seats, use the material as a pattern or template, and then we'll reupholster the cushions. I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, that's going to be a huge part of this. Anyways, I'll bring you guys back whenever I start the next project, whichever that may be. It's probably going to be these cushions.